Hello and welcome to Self-Care Sunday. I'm so glad you're here with me and my mom's cat, which you might see running around at some point. We'll see if it shows up, but he's very mischievous. But on this Sunday or this weekend here in Southern Indiana, it's pretty frigid. I hope you're feeling cozy and warm, and if you're not, grab a blanket, wrap it around yourself. Today's practice is a grounding practice, but before we get into that, let's just take a moment to listen to the sound of the bell. And when I ring the bell, just remember that we're all practicing together in our own time, in our own place, but we can use this moment to just imagine and feel that we are connected. We are connected through our intention, through our willingness and courage and commitment to doing a little self-care practice. You're welcome to close your eyes. Taking a few soft belly breaths and just allowing yourself to slow down and take a pause. So before we move into the practice, I want to just talk for a minute or two about what grounding is. So grounding is simply just allowing ourselves to be supported by whatever's underneath us. And this can be very helpful for the nervous system. Grounding is a body-based practice, just like a lot of the practices that I offer on Self-Care Sunday, since I'm a somatic experiencing practitioner in training. Everything's really bottom up or from the body up. So instead of like thinking about being calm or talking ourselves into feeling okay, truly grounding or true grounding helps the nervous system feel right where the body is right now, in space, in relationship to gravity, in the present moment. Being present is not a head or mental exercise. It is a body feeling. From a neuroscience perspective, grounding sends organizing signals to our brainstem, which is right in this area at the lower part of the skull. That's the part of the brain that helps to regulate all of the functions in our body, our heart rate, our breath, our body temperature, our blood pressure, right? When we feel threatened or in danger, the brainstem tries to protect us. The signals start to get sent that increase our heart rate or messages that send more blood to our muscles, helping us get ready for fight or flight. Whereas if we're feeling pretty relaxed and safe, the brainstem will send signals to the body that slow our heart rate, regulate it down a little bit, slow our breathing rate, help our muscles to relax, and even help our digestion to work a little better. Grounding also supports two other systems, more than this, but I'm going to talk about these two. So the vestibular system and the proprioceptive system. And these systems help us to know where we are in space. It gives us a sense of orientation. Whether we're feeling supported and whether our body can like balance and navigate the space that we're in rather than bumping into things or tripping over things, right? When the body feels, like actually feels the weight, pressure, and contact with what's beneath us, that sense of gravity, that message can really get taken into the nervous system especially if we do it intentionally. And it sends this powerful, simple but powerful message. That is, I know where I am. And in this moment, I can feel the support under me. I am here right now, and right now, it's okay. Things are okay. It's okay to be here. That message or those messages alone can help reduce the fight and flight responses. It can help to settle anxiety. It can help it to bring us out of feeling dissociation or numbness. So this practice isn't about forcing relaxation. It's really about just letting your body experience support. And in really just very small ways. We're not looking for perfection or even, it doesn't have to be 100% of the whole body. Just even one little part of the body that feels supported will make a difference. So all I'm going to do is invite you to notice gravity, to notice what areas of the body are in contact with the floor and being supported by the floor directly. And then just allow your body to respond the way it does in its own time. And you just kind of notice and see what happens. So we'll begin by finding any comfortable position. I would suggest sitting or lying down if you can do that, but it's also okay to do this standing. Find any position that works for you right now, and then know you can change it at any time. Excuse me, I got a little frog in my throat. As always, you're welcome to close your eyes, but it's also fine if you'd rather keep them open. Maybe a soft gaze if they're open, but whatever helps your body feel at ease. And then just start to take a couple of soft belly breaths. So imagine your belly being soft as you breathe in and out. Then I'm going to invite you to notice the places where your body is in contact with something solid under you. So whether it's a chair or a bed or the floor. So I'm sitting cross-legged on the floor and I can feel my tush on the cushion. I can feel parts of my feet and lower legs and ankles on the floor. So right now we're just noticing those places that are touching the surface underneath. That's all you have to do, nothing else. Just remember that gravity is already doing the work for you. We're just noticing it. You're just noticing those contact points and allowing your attention to just rest there if you can. Just notice. Take a breath. But then I'm going to invite you to choose one contact point. So maybe it's like where your buttocks are touching, or maybe it's just one foot or part of one foot. So I feel the top of my right foot, kind of top and side of my right foot touching the ground. There are other places touching the ground as well, or the cushion, but I'm going to focus just on that part of my right foot. And I'm going to imagine, as I bring my attention there, I'm just going to imagine that there are little tiny magnets in between the ground and my foot, drawing my foot downward. I'm just going to keep my attention there. You could also use other visualizations. Maybe you're sitting in warm sand and the sand is molding around your foot, or your foot is a little ice cube that's just gently or slowly melting in the sun, right? There's no effort here. There's just a sense of that part of the body being welcomed by the ground, the support underneath you. And you can stay there longer if you like, but you're also welcome to move to a different area that's touching the support under you. Maybe it's the other foot. So I'm going to take my attention to my left foot and the parts that are touching the ground, that I can really feel some weight and pressure and contact with the ground underneath. Just focus on this one area, whatever it is for you, and feel the weight of that part of the body sinking and settling and being fully supported. And maybe you imagine that warm sand again, or magnets, or little roots growing down. But try to keep it effortless, like you're just releasing into whatever that image is. There's nothing you have to do. I'm going to invite you to just very gently, in your own time, move to different areas. So you can find a different area now. I'm going to take my attention to my hips and buttocks and the tops of my thighs, which are touching the cushion. And I'm going to imagine that the cushion is rising up to meet my body. And my body is slowly melting into the cushion, not resisting that support, but really allowing it. Letting the weight of that area of the body just kind of drop or melt downward. There's nothing that my body has to manage. It's just allowing support, allowing myself to feel the support, feeling myself being held. And you can choose another area when you're ready. I'm going to take my awareness to my right outer shin. That's touching the ground and the knee, lower knee area, feeling the weight and pressure of that part of the body settling down. I like the image of melting, so that's what's really working for me today. That might work for you, or you might like the magnet image or the sand image. I'm imagining that area just becoming warmer, softer, more responsible, not responsible, but responsive. Funny how words show up that don't make any sense. But I like imagining also, like if I imagine the sand, that my body is kind of leaving an imprint on that part of the ground. And you can move around to other parts as you let your breath just move with ease. Your breath is permission to just sink or melt or settle just a little bit more. If you're laying down, you can move up into your back or your head and let those parts settle back, growing heavier, letting each part of the body come into a place of just release, a willingness to be held, to be supported. It's like we're, instead of trying to hold ourselves up with a lot of tension or muscular effort, we're just yielding, allowing for presence and awareness. So sometimes when we get relaxed, we get sleepy, and that can be a beautiful thing if it's time to go to bed. Relaxation doesn't always have to mean sleepiness. True grounding helps us to feel safe and supported and secure so that we can downshift the nervous system and move out of survival or fight or flight, but with enough energy to engage in life with focus and clarity, right? So relaxation doesn't have to mean dullness. We actually, our nervous system is intended to be in a state of calm and alert at the same time, right? Where we feel settled and can not feel like on guard or always like managing everything, but like a sense of like presence and settling and groundedness, but while being alert, right? Stabilized, steady. So see if you can find that balance a little where you're really letting things settle with gravity, but you're also like, I'm present, I'm alert, I'm available for whatever life the next thing is, or I'm available to be aware, right? If you're noticing even the tiniest little shift or difference, let yourself really kind of savor that, sit with that. Because our nervous system learns from these little micro moments, little moments of settling, safety, feeling relaxed. The nervous system takes that in and goes, oh, that's possible. whenever you're ready, you can start to stretch and move, wiggle your fingers and toes. If your eyes were closed, you can gently open them. Maybe roll your shoulders or stretch out your legs. And just take a few moments to notice how you're feeling. I don't know if you can tell in my nervous system, but even just talking us through this, my nervous system starts to settle. And you might notice it in how I'm talking, my pace or the tone of my voice. I notice it shifts. You may too. And that tells me that I've had a little shift in my nervous system. Like I am getting the benefits even though I'm the one facilitating it, talking through it, right? So I hope that even the tiniest shift you're noticing and it feels positive to you, know that that's beautiful intelligence of your brain and body. And that's what supports us building a resilient nervous system, a nervous system with more capacity to be able to handle the ups and downs, the challenges, the stresses of life. So thanks always for joining. I hope you have a great rest of your day or morning or evening or whatever time it is for you. And I will see you next Sunday for Self-Care Sunday. Until then, take good care and peace.